Hey, how you doing? It's a hot one today. 90 degrees, 100% humidity. Good time to be walking in the woods with a 20-pound backpack. But it's one thing that I don't hear a whole lot about. And one of the mistakes people make, deer hunters especially, is getting to their stands. And my paths to all of my stands, I keep the leaves blown off. I keep them clean. So when I'm walking to the stand, I'm not crunching. I'm not stepping on sticks. I'm not stumbling. I can get to my stand as stealthily as I can. And I practice that. I practice going to my stand and going up my stand as stealthily as I can. Now, I know people practice shooting their bow. Great, they should. They go out and they scope their rifle in or their shotgun and practice shooting it. That's good, they should. Practice makes perfect. But how many times have you actually practiced putting your tree stand on a tree, your climber, or a ladder stand, or like myself, going up and down the steps into my box stands? But it needs to be practiced so that you can do it as stealthily as you can. Now, I had a gentleman left a reply on one of my videos, talk about how he smoked cigarettes. And he got done smoking a cigarette, and here come this nice buck, and he bagged a nice buck. Well, if you have two St. Bernards from the same litter, and they grow up, one probably end up being lazy, and the other one will be hyper. You can have two Siamese cats from the same litter. The same thing. They'll have different attitudes. You can have two brothers from the same mother and father, two brothers, and one in prison and one's a preacher. You think deer are different? So you have deer that are trying to be stealthy too. Your older, mature deer are very stealthy. So you have dumb deer. And I'm not saying they're dumb. They just take more chances than another deer would because they're different attitudes. So I try to hunt stealthy deer. Now by doing that, I'm being able to hunt the stealthy deer in practice, but then the dumber deer come along, or the unmature deer come along, that's a nice deer, I can take him too. But it'd be hard for me to sit there and get a stealthy deer when I'm not doing things properly. And one of them's very first is getting to your stand. Getting your stand as quietly as you can. Now, you don't want to race to your stand because something moving quick through the woods to a deer is a predator. You want to take your time, be quiet, and get to your stand. And that's the thing about it in the morning. I've heard and seen, and I've actually witnessed it in the woods. And that's someone going to their stand carrying a flashlight. And this here is a survival light I carry in my bag at all times. Crank it up 10 times. Don't need batteries. And away you go. But I've seen it myself. I witnessed it myself. People going into their stand with their flashlight shining it everywhere as they're going. Well, a deer 500,000 yards away sees that light. Then you're getting to your stand, you're up a tree 15 feet up, shining your light everywhere. You're like a lighthouse. And the deer, you're a beacon to the deer. They see this. And your older stealthy deer are going to avoid it. They're going to go away from that area. But then again, you're going to have the deer that are going to take chances to see what it is. But in order to get both types of deer, you have to practice, 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 practice. So, yeah, getting to your stand quietly, as stealthily as you can. Getting in your stand as quietly as you can. And sitting still until daybreak comes, that you actually get good vision to see what's coming around, and then do what you need to do. But I hope this enlightens a little bit or tells a little bit. But then again, I'm glad you're with me. Go ahead and subscribe, and I hope to see you again. Oh yeah, remember, when you're in the woods, be safe. You'd rather be safe than sorry. And we'll see you again.